Pokemon GO's Pokédex just received a major update, and for this video, I'm going to be looking at it for the very first time, and also sharing my thoughts regarding whether or not it is going to be a game changer. Alright, how's it going everyone? Count Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon GO video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. Alright, so for today's video, we're going to be looking at the brand new Pokédex. In case you weren't aware, it just received a major update, and I'm looking to see whether or not this Pokédex is actually worth engaging with, because if they were to improve the Pokédex, I do think it would be a huge plus for Pokemon GO, considering that this is a collection-based game. It's a game where you're collecting a whole bunch of Pokemon. So if they were to update the Pokédex, I really do think that this core aspect of Pokemon GO could see drastic improvements, and it's needed that for quite some time. Alright, so we're jumping into the game right now. You can see right here, there's a whole bunch of different Pokemon spawning, and the reason for that is, of course, because it's the Lunar New Year's event, and it's the Year of the Snake. So we'll catch a couple of Pokemon real quick while we're in here. I'm going to be catching this Dratini, and I'm going to be using a Pinap Berry, because anytime I see Dratinis, it is always deserving of a Pinap. And it's mainly because, well, back in the day, Dratinis were quite rare and they were very valuable, so I was always so used to just using Pinaps whenever I came across them. But there we go. Let's move right along. So here is the new Pokédex. If you go into the menu and you click the Pokédex button, and then boom, you can see right here, this is the new Pokédex. All right, so immediate reactions. The one thing that sticks out and I think is a really cool change, it is right here on the left of the screen. You can see where it says Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, and there's also something underneath it. It shows a number, 151 out of 151, 100 out of 100, 135 out of 135. This is more of what I'm talking about. As you're collecting Pokemon, you're trying to catch them all, and you can see right here with the Kanto Pokédex that I have, I am completely done with all of the Pokédex entries. And then I also like that right under here, you could see 123 Shiny, 72 Lucky, 51 XXL, 27 XXS, and then 87 4-star or 100%. I also like the fact that they actually say 100% when it comes to the 4 stars. That's actually kind of funny. So yeah, I really like this. I do like that it's kind of a little bit more streamlined. So if you're trying to essentially complete the Kanto Pokédex, yes, you can get all 151 entries, but if you want to complete the Shiny Dex for all of the Kanto Pokemon, it'll tell you directly right here within the region. Pretty cool. I actually prefer that. Now, let's actually take a look at, let's see, some of these. Actually, before we do that, let's actually jump into one of these Pokemon. Let's just see how it looks. So I'm going to tap on Pikachu, considering there's just so many different costumes of it. Oh yeah, you can see right here, it actually shows you all the costume variants that you have caught. And then you can see also right here, the only variant of Pikachu that I have not caught yet is an XXS version. I do like that quite a lot. If we were to move it over to Raichu, you could see there's some silhouettes of Pokemon I haven't caught. I haven't gotten a Lucky Raichu yet. I haven't gotten an XXL Raichu yet, as well as an XXS. So yeah, it just feels very organized, and I think that's pretty good. Like, if you're trying to complete your Pokédex for all the various regions, then really you kind of want a layout like this, where you're just going to see every single Pokemon, the number that it is, and of course, whether or not you have caught it. And it looks like I'm missing 3 entries, which is going to be these right here, the ones right next to Cresselia, as well as the alternative form of Shaman. So yeah, it's very interesting how they have this set up. Now, if I were to go to an individual entry, you can see right here, it tells you how many you've seen and how many you've caught, of course, and all the different variants of it. I do not have many of Uxie. For Mesprit, I do not have the Shiny or an XXL or an XXS, but you can see right here, I do have a Lucky version of this as well as a Perfect version of this. So yeah, oh, actually, when you tap on it, it actually highlights whatever the Pokédex is. So actually, let's actually do that. So let's go over to the Shiny Pokédex. Interestingly, you could see with all the different regions, I don't know what these 3 circles are at the top. I'm wondering if there's something you will get if you were to complete any of these Pokédexes. That's actually something I want to look into. That's seems like it could be very interesting. But yeah, personally, I like this. It just seems like it's very organized. Actually, let's take a look. Oh, recently registered, that's what it is. Oh, okay, that's not that fun. But whatever. So yeah, you can see right here, these are the shinies. I'm obviously missing quite a lot, but I do like the fact that you could kind of treat this as its own Pokedex. So yeah, overall, this is really cool. I am actually liking this quite a lot. It's got all the XXL, XXS. Actually, let's see what we got. Pokemon, Shiny, Lucky, XXL, XXS, Gigantamax. Of course, that's actually pretty cool. Shows you all the Gigantamax you could potentially get. Megas, all the Megas that we could potentially get. The one thing I would like is that you can see right here, they have the starters for all the different regions. If it's the Mega Evolutions, it would be cool if they showed like Mega Evolutions, you know, I don't know, just kind of keeping it on brand. Maybe in a future update they'll do that, but yeah, in terms of the shadows, purified, 100% IVs. Yeah, overall, this is really cool. I really like this. It's visually really nice. It might be a little bit cluttered, but I do like this over the previous version of the Pokedex, mainly because the previous version of the Pokedex, it was basically just one giant list, right? And if you want to go to the different regions, you would have to click on the region at the top, but it didn't really tell you much. It really was just a giant list of Pokemon that you've caught or you haven't caught. And this one, it's more like you could just go to the specific regions to see which Pokemon you're missing. Like, for example, if I want to complete my Unova Pokedex, like, I could just go look directly into it. You can see right here, I'm missing Seismitoad. I could fill that Pokedex in really quickly. And then what's the other one that I'm missing? I'm pretty sure it's, oh yeah, Volcarona. So I could complete my Unova Pokedex, probably right now, actually. Let's actually see. Do I even have a Pokemon that would be able to... Seismitoad? Nope. I have to go out and catch Pokemon. I have this really bad habit of just transferring Pokemon if it's not a 100% IV or a shiny, and I completely neglect the fact that maybe if I evolve it, I could fill in the Pokedex entry. So yeah, at least with this, I will probably have a better time sorting through all of my Pokemon and be able to actually catch a bunch of them. So yeah, I think this system is just a little bit better than what it was before. I also like the fact that they have a Shiny Dex, Lucky Dex, all of these different Pokedexes, because for the big completionists, for the hardcore players, they're going to be able to actually just immediately sort through all the different Pokemon Pokedexes and then see what they're missing. I think that's really cool. Now, one more thing I want to highlight with this new Pokedex, and it's something that I actually just noticed, is you can see right here, they actually show you the medal that you have, the highest medal that you have. So for the Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn, you can see I have the Platinum medal because I've completed those Pokedexes. For Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola, I have the Gold emblem for those. And when it comes to Galar, I have Bronze, Hisuiya, and Paldea. Hisui and Paldea, they're still at Silver, I think, yeah. And then, of course, with Unidentified, they really don't have a badge for that. So, yeah, overall, really cool. I am actually enjoying this a lot. And, you know, the search functions, oh, wow, this is exactly what I wanted to talk about. Oh, my gosh. So, one of the things that was missing with the old Pokedex is the ability to find Pokemon a lot easier than before. And it looks like they're giving you almost direct access to whatever Pokemon you're looking for. So, if I were to look at Seen, oh yeah, you can see right here, it shows you all the Pokemon I have seen but have not yet caught. Let's see, let's look at Mythicals. If I'm missing any, it's probably going to show up here, but I think I've caught every single Mythical so far. Let's look at Legendaries. Yeah, it's sorted by region. It shows you. I'm assuming if you're missing any of these, it's going to be grayed out. But overall, I like this. This is really cool. And I think it really does hit all the right notes. So, yeah. Good job, Niantic. I like this. This is a really well done new Pokedex. So what are some of my thoughts after looking at this? Well, I think there's a lot of potential for some growth. I think there's a lot more things they could do. Certainly, they've omitted a couple of things, which I'm totally okay with. I'm seeing that they took out the, the 3-star Pokedex. I think that was something that was in the original Pokedex. I see that it's not there. It just goes directly to perfect. I'm totally okay with that because no one cares about 3-star Pokemon. Let's be real. But yeah, the fact that you could sort things a lot easier, that they broke it down by region, they put a lot more emphasis on that. yeah, overall, I think this is really well done, and I think there's a lot of potential for them to do a lot of cool things. Like, when it comes to, I don't know, when it comes to the collection aspect of Pokemon Go, I think they could add some more rewards. Like, if you were to complete your Kanto Pokédex, aside from the achievement badge, maybe they could give you something special, like an exclusive Pokemon or a costume Pokemon of Pikachu or whatever Pokemon from that region. I think something like that would be really cool. It just gives you a bit of an incentive to complete these Pokédexes. Like, if I were to complete the Shiny Pokédex, for example, like, I should be able to get something that's tangible. That's something that, you know, will make me feel that sense of accomplishment. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I think there's a lot of potential for them to really reinforce the collection aspect of this game, because as I'm collecting Pokemon, there really is no rhyme or reason for me to catch as many Pokemon as I possibly can, especially the ones that I've already caught. But if I were to come across an XXL version of Darumaka, for example, like, what would be the reason for me to catch it aside from winning Pokestop showcases? It's just going to fill up a slot in my Pokemon storage. So I really do think that for them to do a lot more with the Pokedex, I think that's going to reinforce the collection aspect of it. It'll give me another reason to actually collect and catch a whole bunch of Pokemon. And I think that's the aspect of Pokemon Go that they really need to think about. I think with this new Pokedex, it does open up a lot of doors for them to do cool stuff like that. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to say that they did a really good job. I do like this new Pokedex, and I think it does hit all the right notes. You know, like everything that it's meant to do, it really is doing it. So yeah, overall, I'm enjoying it. I think it's a really good change for Pokemon Go. I think a lot of other players are going to agree with me, and I'm sure there's going to be players out there who are going to disagree with me. Maybe when it comes to playing Pokemon Go, you just simply do not care about collecting them all. And if that's the case, then this new Pokedex is going to do nothing for you, just like the old Pokedex, and I totally understand that. But yeah, that's essentially going to be it. Let me know your thoughts regarding this new Pokedex down below. Are you a fan of the new UI and all the things that they did? Definitely share your reasons, and yeah, let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you ended up enjoying it and found it to be enjoyable in any way, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. All that stuff is literally right here. Yeah, well, yeah. And if you want to support my channel, the best way you could do that is, of course, by joining my Patreon. So let me give a shout out to all of my patrons. You all make this channel content possible. So yeah, if you want to be a supporter of the Jinsula channel, the best way you could do that is by joining my Patreon, and if you choose to do that, you will get a permanent spot on my in-game Pokemon Go friends list. So when it comes to stuff like remote raids and the friendship system, if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. The links to which are going to be in the description, which is actually somewhere down here. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you could do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms that you see all right here. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow. And you'll have some access to some exclusive content, and you'll be able to catch up with my daily life. And that's going to be it for this video. I am Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.